For the longest while, in fact, it culminated in the publication of a book in the 1970s that explored the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, where ships would disappear. No one would know where they went, and it was argued that there might have been some kind of warp in the space-time continuum.
So you know as much about it as anyone, and you're not even involved, and there's only two other people that know the science behind this?
And like, why is there some program that I'm not allowed to know about? I have the highest clearances, I have a need to know. Like, sorry, we can't tell you. Imagine that you say that we've lost control of our airspace. It smells like a pathological level of bureaucratic incompetence.
The Bermuda Triangle has long been shrouded in mystery, whispered about in hushed tones as a place where ships and planes vanish without a trace. Stories abound of alien encounters, rogue waves, and magnetic anomalies, painting a picture of a region defying explanation. But what's the real story behind the Bermuda Triangle?
Can you please find out why there are no technically competent people in an area of national security? And please don't mumble the word stovepipe or need to know.
Thankfully, science has shed some light on the truth, revealing that the disappearances associated with this area can be attributed to a combination of well-understood natural phenomena rather than any single, unexplained force. Let's navigate through some of the common myths and misconceptions surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, separating fact from fiction. One of the most enduring myths is the notion of electronic equipment mysteriously failing upon entering the Bermuda Triangle. Imagine sailing along and suddenly your navigation instruments go haywire, radio crackles with static, and all communication ceases. Sounds like the plot of a sci-fi movie, right? The reality, however, is far less dramatic. The Bermuda Triangle's location places it within a zone susceptible to frequent magnetic storms and solar flares. These solar outbursts release bursts of charged particles that can disrupt Earth's magnetic field, temporarily affecting radio waves and other forms of electronic communication. Think of it like trying to use your phone during a bad solar storm. The signal weakens, cuts in and out, and becomes unreliable. This is precisely what can happen to aircraft and maritime communication systems in the Bermuda Triangle, especially during periods of heightened solar activity. However, it's crucial to remember that these disruptions are temporary and don't explain all disappearances.
Right now, we have a puzzle that our government won't release information to its own scientific community.
While they can certainly add to the challenges of navigation and cause some confusion for those caught in them, they are not a mysterious or unexplained phenomenon. To illustrate this point, let's consider the infamous case of Flight 19 in 1945. 5 US Navy bombers vanished during a training exercise over the Bermuda Triangle. Initial reports mentioned the planes encountering strange compass readings and unusual weather conditions. While the exact cause of the disappearance remains a topic of debate, declassified Navy records and investigative reports point towards pilot error and navigational mistakes as the most likely contributing factors. The possibility of temporary electronic disruptions due to solar activity cannot be entirely ruled out, but it wouldn't have been the sole cause of the tragedy.
You guys keep saying all this stuff is real. You keep saying you've got high quality data that you can't show anybody because it's all stovepipe.
They don't know how to proceed further because they're preventing people from sharing information, which is one of the most important things about science.
Right.
More recently, in 2015, the Norwegian Star cruise ship experienced temporary communication issues while sailing through the Bermuda Triangle. Passengers reported disruptions to their cell phone service and internet connectivity, fueling concerns about the mysterious nature of the region. However, the ship's captain quickly clarified that these issues were due to a technical malfunction with the onboard communication systems, not a mysterious phenomenon unique to the Bermuda Triangle. This incident highlights the importance of verifying information and avoiding attributing common technical glitches to extraordinary explanations. It's important to remember that the Bermuda Triangle is a vast and busy maritime zone. Numerous ships and aircraft traverse the region safely every day. While some incidents have involved equipment malfunctions, attributing them solely to the Bermuda Triangle without considering other contributing factors, such as human error, technological limitations, or even common technical glitches, can be misleading. So the next time you hear about the Bermuda Triangle, remember, it's not some magical vortex that swallows ships and planes whole. It's a real place with very real natural phenomena at play. The Bermuda Triangle's reputation as a graveyard for ships and planes isn't entirely undeserved. While the sensational stories of alien encounters and disappearances without a trace might be exaggerated, the region does pose some very real dangers to vessels traversing its waters. One significant factor is the unpredictable and often extreme weather conditions. The Bermuda Triangle lies in a convergence zone where several weather systems clash, creating a volatile cocktail of sudden squalls, towering waves, and waterspouts. Imagine sailing along on a seemingly calm day when a violent squall erupts out of nowhere, whipping up waves and throwing your boat around like a toy. These sudden bursts of wind can exceed 50 knots, posing a serious threat even to experienced sailors. Waterspouts, swirling columns of air and water that can reach hundreds of feet in height, also lurk in these waters. These twisters can capsize boats, damage equipment, and endanger anyone caught in their path. And if that wasn't enough, winter storms can churn up waves exceeding 30 feet, threatening to overwhelm even large ships. These behemoths can easily break apart or capsize even the most well-prepared vessels. These weather hazards are further compounded by the presence of hidden dangers lurking beneath the surface. Shallow reefs and underwater ridges pose a significant threat to navigation, especially in low visibility conditions like dense fog or heavy rain. Imagine navigating through a treacherous maze of underwater obstacles while blinded by fog, a scenario that significantly increases the risk of accidents. The disappearance of the USS Cyclops in 1918 serves as a chilling reminder of the potential dangers lurking within the Bermuda Triangle. This massive collier ship carrying over 300 people vanished without a trace while sailing through the region. The final message received from the Cyclops indicated encountering heavy weather, possibly including sudden squalls or towering waves. The absence of any distress signals suggests a sudden and catastrophic event, while the presence of uncharted shallows in the area adds another layer of mystery to the story. The Witchcraft yacht suffered a similar fate in 1967. While the exact cause remains unclear, investigators believe the vessel likely encountered a sudden squall or waterspout. The yacht's owner sent a distress message shortly before disappearing, reporting heavy weather and strong winds. These are just a few examples highlighting the very real dangers posed by the Bermuda Triangle. Understanding the interplay of unpredictable weather, hidden hazards, and the potential for human error is crucial for safe navigation in this region. By dispelling the myths and misconceptions surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, we can appreciate the true complexities and challenges this intriguing region presents. Another one of its many mysteries, the disappearances of the Douglas DC-3 in 1952 and the SS Marine Sulphur Queen in 1963, stand out as particularly enigmatic. By piecing together the facts and investigative insights, we can attempt to shed some light on these baffling cases, though definitive answers may still elude us. Let's start with the Douglas DC-3, which vanished off the radar on a routine flight from Puerto Rico to Florida on February 28, 1952. With 37 people aboard, the aircraft disappeared about 100 miles east of Miami. The last message from the pilot hinted at unusual compass readings and a struggle with heavy weather. Despite extensive searches, no trace of the plane or its passengers was ever found, leaving the cause of its disappearance a mystery. Several factors could have contributed to this tragedy. The Bermuda Triangle is notorious for its unpredictable weather, which could easily disorient even the most experienced pilot or cause structural damage to an aircraft. The pilot's report of unusual compass readings adds another layer of mystery, suggesting possible magnetic anomalies or navigational errors. However, without concrete evidence, we can only speculate about mechanical failures or other technical issues that might have played a role. Fast forward to 1963, and the SS Marine Sulphur Queen faces a similar fate. Departing from Beaumont, Texas with a cargo of elemental sulfur, the freighter was bound for Norfolk, Virginia. Yet, after setting sail on February 2nd, it vanished near the Florida Keys 2 days later, leaving behind no distress signals, wreckage, or clues. The sea's unpredictable nature, the possibility of the cargo shifting and compromising the ship's stability, or even pre-existing structural vulnerabilities, could have contributed to its sudden disappearance. While it's tempting to attribute these vanishings solely to the mystique of the Bermuda Triangle, it's important to remember that the ocean is a vast and unpredictable force. Factors like severe weather, human error, and the limitations of technology often intersect in tragic ways. These disappearances underscore the perpetual challenges and dangers of maritime and air travel, reminding us of the need for continuous advancements in safety and a deep respect for the ocean's power.
If I wanted to go a very long distance, the first thing I'd do is grow the ruler to shrink the distance, then go the distance under that ruler, and then I'd shrink the ruler back. So when you talk about things like, oh, these things are behaving like nothing I've ever seen, well, there are a couple of things that I'm worried about if these things are real.
Have you ever wondered if time travel is possible? While there's no scientific consensus and many challenges remain, physicist Eric Weinstein explores the mind-bending ideas that emerge from our current understanding of physics. Let's delve into the fascinating world of time travel through the lens of general relativity and quantum mechanics. Imagine warping space-time like a giant trampoline. That's essentially what Einstein's theory of general relativity tells us about gravity. This warping could hold the key to shortcuts through space and time like wormholes. These theoretical tunnels could connect distant regions of the universe, but they're likely unstable and require exotic matter to keep them open, making them purely speculative for now. Black holes, those incredibly dense cosmic objects, offer another intriguing possibility. Kerr black holes, the spinning kind, are theorized to have a region called the ergosphere, where space-time itself is dragged along with the black hole's rotation. Some mind-bending solutions of Einstein's equations suggest that traveling through this ergosphere could lead to paths that loop back in time. Beyond the realm of gravity, quantum mechanics throws another wrinkle into the time travel discussion. Entanglement, where particles become linked in a spooky way, has sparked theories about information traveling backward in time. Imagine knowing the outcome of a coin toss before you even flip it.
Does somebody else know how to grow rulers and shrink rulers in order to get in control of the thing that we thought was space-time?
That's the kind of paradox such time travel could create. As we delve deeper into the world of time travel, we encounter some mind-bending challenges and implications. One of the most famous is the grandfather paradox. Imagine going back in time and accidentally preventing your own grandpa from meeting your grandma. How could you possibly exist then? This paradox and others like it have led to various proposed solutions. The many worlds interpretation suggests your actions wouldn't alter your own timeline, but rather create a new branch of reality where you wouldn't exist. Another idea is the Novikov self-consistency principle, which proposes that the timeline is self-correcting, preventing paradoxes from occurring altogether. But paradoxes aren't the only challenges. The bootstrap paradox, for instance, explores the idea of objects or information getting stuck in a never-ending loop. Imagine receiving a time travel blueprint from your future self, then sending it back to your past self. Where did the blueprint truly originate? Time travel also forces us to confront the fundamental concept of causality, the cause and effect relationship that governs our understanding of time. How can the future influence the past without creating logical inconsistencies? It's a question that continues to puzzle physicists and philosophers alike. Finally, let's not forget the immense technological hurdles. Building a time machine would likely require materials and forms of energy that are currently beyond our reach, like negative energy or exotic matter. Even if we could overcome the theoretical challenges, building a time machine would be an engineering feat of unimaginable proportions. Stepping into the realm of time travel isn't just about fantastical journeys through time streams. It throws us headfirst into a labyrinth of mind-bending questions about the very nature of reality. One of the most fundamental concepts challenged by time travel is causality, the bedrock principle that cause precedes effect. This cornerstone of science ensures a logical order to events, preventing raindrops from defying gravity or coffee cups from spontaneously unspilling. Causality reigns supreme in the well-established theories of motion, electromagnetism, and even the warped fabric of space-time described by Einstein's relativity. But the possibility of time travel throws a wrench into this cause and effect machinery. These paradoxes are intricately linked to another concept, time's arrow.
Try to imagine extra-dimensional engineers who have full access to something where there's no arrow of time. The only time there's an arrow of time is if time is one-dimensional.
This refers to the one-way flow of time from the past, through the present, and into the future. It aligns with our everyday experience and is supported by the second law of thermodynamics, which states that disorder, or entropy, within a closed system tends to increase over time. In simpler terms, things generally get messier, not neater, as time marches on. The concept of time's arrow and the established principle of causality become major hurdles when we consider the possibility of time travel. How can we reconcile the idea of traveling back in time and influencing the past with the fundamental laws that govern our universe? This is where the discussion gets truly fascinating, as physicists and philosophers alike grapple with theoretical mechanisms to resolve these paradoxes and explore the potential implications of time travel on the very fabric of reality. The mind-bending journey of time travel doesn't end with paradoxes. It pushes us to explore theoretical solutions that attempt to mend the cracks in the logic of manipulating time. These solutions, often rooted in the principles of general relativity and quantum mechanics, offer intriguing ways to navigate the paradoxes and envision how time travel might work, if at all. One prominent solution is the Novikov self-consistency principle, proposed by Russian physicist Igor Novikov. Imagine space-time as a self-correcting fabric. According to this principle, any event caused by a time traveler in the past was always destined to happen. No matter what you do when you travel back in time, your actions were somehow already woven into the tapestry of history. This might sound strange, but it essentially eliminates the possibility of paradoxes. Remember the grandfather paradox, where you go back and accidentally prevent your own existence? Novikov suggests that anything would intervene to prevent that from happening, ensuring your own future existence. It's like the universe conspires to maintain consistency, preventing actions that would unravel the fabric of time. Thought experiments help illustrate this principle. Imagine a billiard ball sent through a wormhole, emerging in the past and potentially knocking its earlier self off course, preventing it from entering the wormhole in the first place. Novikov argues that the ball would always find a way to nudge itself into the wormhole, not away from it, ensuring the timeline remains consistent. The Novikov principle is just one way to grapple with the complexities of time travel. As we delve deeper into this fascinating realm, we encounter other theoretical mechanisms and grapple with the profound implications they hold for our understanding of reality and the very nature of time itself. The journey through the labyrinthine world of time travel continues, and as we explore different theoretical solutions, we encounter the mind-bending realm of quantum mechanics. Here, the many-worlds interpretation throws a whole new twist into the paradox equation. Proposed by Hugh Everett, MWI suggests that the universe doesn't simply exist in one state, it's constantly branching into countless realities, each a consequence of every possible outcome in the quantum world. Imagine flipping a coin in MWI, both heads and tails land in separate realities. This removes the need for wave function collapse, a concept in quantum mechanics that has puzzled physicists for decades. So how does this relate to time travel? MWI proposes that a time traveler wouldn't alter their own timeline by meddling with the past. Instead, their actions would create a new branch of reality where those changes play out. Going back and preventing your grandfather from meeting your grandma wouldn't erase you from existence. It would simply create a new reality where you never existed. While this explanation elegantly sidesteps paradoxes, it also opens a Pandora's box of questions about reality, identity, and the very fabric of existence. If countless universes exist, does that mean there are infinite versions of you, each living out different realities based on the choices they make? It's a mind-bending concept that challenges our understanding of the world and our place in it. But the plot thickens further when we consider quantum mechanics and its implications for causality. Unlike the billiard ball cause and effect of classical physics, quantum mechanics introduces the concept of non-linear causality. Think of it like this. In the quantum world, events aren't always neatly lined up in a cause-effect chain. This is especially evident in phenomena like entanglement, where particles can influence each other instantaneously regardless of distance, seemingly defying classical cause and effect logic. This throws another curveball at the time travel discussion. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics allow for causality loops, where an event in the future can become the cause of an event in the past, creating a closed loop. But here's the twist. These loops don't necessarily lead to paradoxes because the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics allows for multiple outcomes to coexist without contradiction. Theoretical models incorporating these ideas suggest that time travel, if possible, might adhere to these quantum principles. Imagine a time traveler influencing the past in a way that ensures their future existence, not through predetermined actions, but through the probabilistic nature of quantum events, allowing for outcomes that ultimately lead to their present reality. As we delve deeper into the complexities of time travel, these mind-bending concepts from quantum mechanics add another layer of intrigue to the already mind-boggling paradoxes and theoretical solutions. The journey through time may not be a straightforward one, but it certainly pushes the boundaries of our imagination and forces us to confront profound questions about the nature of reality itself.